we need to address the South African discount head on because it's becoming an economic dead end. There is a massive contradiction in how the world views our workforce. We are plugged into the exact same global systems as professionals in London, New York, or Singapore. We use the same platforms, meet the same international standards, and are measured against the same aggressive deadlines. Yet when the conversation shifts to compensation, South African talent is suddenly categorized as low wage or budget friendly. This isn't only an insult, it is a failure to understand how modern markets work. You cannot demand first world quality while insisting on third world pricing. That imbalance creates a pressure cooker environment where the cost of living and the cost of production are rising globally, but the income remains stagnant. Eventually, that gap will show up in the form of brain drain, crumbling local infrastructure, or a complete withdrawal from the formal system altogether. We are not a discount bin for global corporations. We are a high value hub that is being systematically underpaid. The most frustrating part of this dynamic is the input output trap. To produce work that competes on a global stage, South Africans have to pay global prices for their tools, whether it's high end hardware, specialized software subscriptions, or the data required to move large files. There is no local discount. A laptop does not cost less because you bought it in Johannesburg. In fact, between import duties and logistics, it often costs significantly more. The same applies to energy and fuel, which are dictated by international markets. So you have a professional population paying a premium just to have the right to play the game, while the people hiring them expect a 70% discount on the results. When your business inputs are priced in dollars or euros, but your earnings are capped by a local perception of cheap labor, your profit margin disappears. This is just basic math of sustainability. If we continue to accept localized income for globalized costs, we are essentially subsidizing the profits of foreign companies with our own financial stability. We also need to dismantle the tired excuse that South Africa is merely a developing nation that hasn't earned global rates. In 2026, that label is often used as a tool for price manipulation rather than an accurate description of our capabilities. If you look at our core industries like tech, finance, media, and engineering, we aren't practicing for the big leagues. We are the big leagues. Our fintech sector is a world leader in digital payments. Our creative industries are winning the highest international accolades, and our engineers are solving complex problems for global firms. The infrastructure in our own major cities is world class, and the talent produced by our institutions is frequently headhunted by the very countries that claim that we are developing. The quality of work does not change based on the GPS coordinates of the person doing it. If a line of code or a marketing strategy generates the same value for a client, regardless of where it was written, then the price should reflect that value, not the person's zip code. The irony is that the world clearly recognizes our value, they just don't want to pay for it. Look at the surge in international film productions and global brands setting up home bases here. They aren't coming for inferior services. They are coming because South Africa offers a unique combination of high level infrastructure and top tier creative talent. We have a culture of adaptability and making a plan that is born out of navigating a complex environment. That edge is a premium asset. It allows us to produce high quality output under conditions that would paralyze workers in more shielded economies. Foreign partners aren't just visiting, they are integrating into our ecosystem because it provides something they cannot get elsewhere. If the global market is moving here to tap into that genius, it is proof that we have moved far beyond the budget option phase. We are a strategic asset, and it is time our pricing reflected that reality. The market is currently in the middle of an aggressive correction, and alignment is the new standard. As the digital economy removes physical borders, South African professionals are realizing that they have options. If a local client or a foreign lowballer refuses to see the value, the internet provides a direct path to partners who will. This is not about being difficult. It's about realizing that in a connected world, the currency of skill is universal. So don't be surprised when South African quotes begin to mirror USD or Euro standards. We are functioning on the same level as the best in the world, often while navigating additional hurdles like energy instability or logistical bottlenecks. If we can maintain a global standard under those conditions, our work is actually more valuable, not less. It shows a level of resilience and problem solving that is worth a premium. We are shifting the conversation from what is the cheapest price to what is the fair global value. South Africa is not a charity case or an exploitation zone. If you see the value in our work, you must match the value with your checkbook. When you underpay a South African expert, you are not saving money for your shareholders. You are actively draining the lifeblood out of a vital economic partner. Real development happens when people are paid enough to reinvest into their own growth, their own businesses, and their own communities. If the competition for work is global, then the competition for talent must be global too. You don't get to enjoy the world class result without paying the world class fee. The days of the South African discount are over. Either adjust your budgets to respect the expertise you're buying, or prepare to lose access to one of the most innovative and resilient workforces on the planet. The value is real, the standards are set, and the price of entry has officially changed.